welcome to the Community and Wellness Center. Come on inside Recreation. And welcome to Inside Recreation. My name is Anne Marie Holly, and I'm the program director at Recreation. And today we're going to take an inside look at our youth outreach program. This program has been a part of Recreation for over 10 years, and we're so excited to have some special guests on to talk about what they do for the program. I'd like to introduce Mr. Joe DeCruz and Mr. Hakeem Stevenson. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us
Pleasure to be here.
Joe, can you tell us what you do for Recreation?
Yes, I currently serve as the Youth Outreach Supervisor and the Employment Coordinator for Programming.
Welcome. And Hakeem, what do you do at Recreation?
I'm an assistant job coach and I assist and help.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. I'm going to start with asking some questions of you, Joe. Sure. Our youth outreach program is made up of a couple of grants. Can you tell us a little bit about those grants?
Sure. Both programs, we have the SSYI program, which stands for Safe and Successful Youth Initiative, and on the other side, we have the Shannon program. The SSYI program deals with individuals, males between the ages of 17 to 24. We provide an array of services from employment, education, pro-social activities, and health services. The SSYI participants, these are males who have been through the system, severe history of incarceration, gang involvement, and with the Shannon program, those are individuals between the ages of 11 to 26, both male and female. Both programs, we offer the same opportunities, as I mentioned, employment, education, pro-social activities, and health services. The only difference is Shannon, these are people that are victim of violent crimes, could be individuals that live in particular areas in the city that have high crime rates, and the only other difference would be that we also serve females under the Shannon grant.
Great. So Shannon sounds a little bit more like a prevention grant, where the
Right.
Safe and Successful Youth Initiative is more of an intervention.
That's correct, yes.
Great. So like you mentioned, a few of the services that you guys provide as far as employment and mental health counseling and stuff like that. Can you talk about maybe the partnerships that we have in order to do that?
Sure. We have a wide array of partners that we have in the program. Through the employment programming, we have Youth Connections to provide on-the-job training, learning soft skills, what employers are expecting, what the demand is out there. They also assist with resumes, job searching. So how that works is we provide the services for the individuals. In our partnership with Youth Connections, they pay the wages to the individuals. When it comes to the mental health aspect of it, we have a partnership with Solid Ground. We also have a partnership with Family Service Association, educational services. We have regular mainstream with like Durfee. We have the middle schools. We have Diamond. We have, for alternative schooling, we have RPA, our Resiliency Preparatory Academy, and we also have our HiSET program.
Oh, so Recreation has a HiSET program.
Yes, they do.
Can you talk a little bit about that for us?
Sure. The HiSET program, we currently have about 12 to 15 students that are in the classroom. Those hours are Monday through Thursday from 10:30 to 12:30. And the individuals come in on a weekly basis. They maintain good relationship and connection with the HiSET instructors that we have in hopes that they can gain their HiSET.
Great. We actually did just have 2 young people pass their HiSETs in February,
Yes,
so
that's correct.
on the right track, and now they're kind of trying to figure out what their next steps are, whether it's coming here to BCC for some college courses or moving on to the workforce. So really exciting stuff happening.
Yeah.
So how can young people be referred to the youth outreach program?
There's a number of different ways that can happen. It could be through one of the partnerships that we have. It could be an individual that's coming in off the street, and they may fit the criteria for programming. It could also be participants that we have in the program that associate with certain individuals that fit the criteria as well. Basically what happens is they come in, we fill out a referral form to make sure they do fit the criteria. At that point in time, we'll connect with the family to go through additional paperwork in order to get a feel for who we have joining the program. And once that's complete, we jump right into it, get the ball rolling, and connect them to services.
Great. So how do you think this program makes a difference in Fall River?
I believe this program has worked wonders with some of the citizens and young adults that we have here in the city. I just feel that sometimes these kids get lost along the way. Sometimes they fall between the crack, and they just go the negative route, if you will. I think this program helps them get back on track, whether it be education programming, employment programming. There's been a high demand for, health services. So this program definitely is a stepping stone for a lot of them. Our staff do an excellent job to make sure that these kids get the services that they need and help them become positive, productive citizens in the community.
And how long have you been working for this program?
I've been doing this about 6 or 7 years now. It's been a struggle at times, but it is rewarding work.
Yes, to hold on to those positive stories of
absolutely.
Success, and well, I definitely appreciate everything you do for the Youth Outreach Program. And now I'm going to talk a little bit to Hakeem over here.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So you actually were a participant in the Safe and Successful Youth Initiative
absolutely
program.
right.
So you want to talk a little bit about why you started with this program and when you started with it?
I mean, I want to start by saying it's a blessing by me even getting the opportunity to be here with you guys here, okay? I'm here because I wanted to make a change. I didn't make a change by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the process of still changing and bettering myself. I didn't do it by myself. CD Rec helped me do everything, you know. I put the footwork in, but I didn't know what I was doing until I came to the rec. I had the right people around me to put me in the right directions, to steer me in the right direction. My whole purpose for being here is just I want to give back, you know, help people. I never got to do positive things in life. It was always negative. So when I finally got the time, the opportunity to do something positive, I took it and ran with it.
Great.
Simple, you know?
Absolutely.
So you started in 2015 as a participant of this
Yes.
program, took
Yes.
advantage of all of the services that were provided to you as far as employment
Yes,
and
yes.
education
Yes.
and all of that great stuff.
Yeah, well, as far as education, it was always there for me. I tried it. You know, there was other things going on in my life where it kind of slowed me down
Right.
from me getting my education. But I got plans of going back and doing it. You know
Right,
what
so
I'm
it's
saying?
still a goal that you're trying to
It's
reach.
still a goal, and I love the fact that the opportunity is in our program.
Absolutely.
Great. So you started as a participant, and then you've actually transitioned into becoming a staff member of
Yes.
the program.
Yes.
So you're
Yes.
working as the assistant job coach, and what do you do
Yes.
in that role?
I do a little bit of everything, you know. I talk to kids. It's a blessing to work with people like myself, for one. You know what I'm saying? It actually make me feel better about myself sometimes because I'm like, how can I be in this position? How did I get here? But I'm here, you know what I'm saying? It's not a dream, it's real. You know what I'm saying? And it's just beautiful, no matter what way you look at it. It's beautiful. We're giving back.
So getting the opportunity to kind of start out as a participant and then become a role model
Yeah.
for people that were in your shoes
Yep,
is something that's definitely changed you in a way.
Some of the guys that I work with, I look at them, and not that I'm judging anybody, because I would never judge anybody. I'm not even in a position where I can judge anybody. You get what I'm saying? But I look at some of these guys, and they have problems that I had that I'm working on. I still have problems, but I'm working on them, getting better with them. And I look at the problems. I feel like I can really help these guys because I've been in the same position. I've been in the same spot. You get what I'm saying? So everything's working good. Everything's going smooth. These guys are learning. These guys are really putting it all. We don't really have too much problems. You know what I'm saying? If we have any problems, they get resolved real fast. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we get off a track. Sometimes we get right back on it. I talk to my guys. We get right back on track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a blessing. Like I said, any way you look, it's just a blessing all the way around.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So as kind of a background, some of the young people who are enrolled in our program through Youth Connections are able to actually work at Recreation inside of our walls, helping as far as our special events or making sure the building's clean for all of our programming and all of that kind of really helpful stuff that we definitely need extra hands for.
Right.
And we have a job coach and Hakeem, our assistant job coach, who actually work one-on-one with the guys or in small groups to make sure that they're learning those soft skills that go into
Absolutely right.
being successful in a job. So getting there on time or, listening to what your boss asks of you and all of that really important skills that you need to be successful in a job. Hakeem and Roman, our head job coach, are giving to them every single day. So Hakeem, what helped you stay active and engaged in the programming when you were a participant?
it's like when I first started working at the rec, I wasn't doing too good for myself. You know, I'm not afraid to say it. Honesty is the key. Okay, I don't want to sit here in denial, be in denial, and sit here and act like I never had problems because I'll be lying, and that's not what I want to do today. You get what I'm saying? So it's many things. It's not one specific reason. There's many reasons why I keep going and keep coming in and keep doing what I got to do. There's many reasons. You know what I'm saying? You're one of them. This guy right here is one of them. Ray's one of them. Joe's one of them. Alex one of them. I look around, I see other people doing good things, and I'm like, okay, if this person can do it, I can do it too. Simple. You know what I'm saying? It might take me a little longer because everybody's mind state is different, but I won't give up. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep giving back. I'm going to keep reaching people that I feel that I can reach, okay? And I'm going to try. If I can reach one person, then I feel good about myself. You get what I'm saying? My goal is to reach many, but if I could reach one, I feel good about myself, and I feel good about us as a program. You get what I'm saying? Because once again, I didn't come here by myself. I didn't do this by myself. It was a lot of support. You know, I had a lot of people to lean on. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody had people to lean on. You know, it's just a blessing. Yeah. And I feel as though I would do anything in my power to keep our program successful and keep it running.
Great.
Simple.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you'd like to say about Hakeem? You've known him for a while now.
Yeah, I've known Hakeem for quite some time now. I mean, we go way back. I've known him since he was about 6 or 7 years old. He moved out here from New Jersey. And I've just seen it, you know, over the past couple of years now, how much this young man has come along.
Thank you, sir.
And he's put in the time, he's put in the effort. And like he mentioned, we have a great group that keeps everybody encouraged. Not a day goes by that we don't see how important he is to our programming, especially as being, you know, a former participant to where he's at now. And I think he kind of touched upon a little bit where we have other individuals that come in and they see the progress that he makes, and that same light bulb goes on with them as it did for Hakeem, where it's like, you know, if he's doing so well, why can't I get it done? You know, so he's done a great job. He's come a long way.
Thank you.
Puts in the time and effort, a hard worker. We're very fortunate to have him as part of our team.
Great.
Thank you. It's a blessing all the way around.
Always.
It's a blessing to be a part of your team.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show and sharing a little bit about what the outreach program does. And we'll be back soon with two of our outreach workers, Alex and Joe, and we'll learn a little bit more, so stay tuned. Greater Fall River Recreation, formerly known as CD Rec, is a grassroots nonprofit recreation center in the heart of Fall River. You may be asking yourselves what makes them unique from other programs in the city, but what you may not know is that we are 100% grant funded, offer an array of after-school programming for youth in the city, and are the hub of an outreach program that services over 150 of Fall River's highest risk young people. We are home to a high-step program, house an affordable neighborhood fitness center, run the sailing program at the boathouse, and provide nearly 50,000 lunches to children during the summer. Recreation also runs some of the largest city events, including the annual holiday parade, kids kickoff to summer, Halloween party, and more. We were recently displaced from the Bank Street Armory and are settling into our new home on Rock Street. The new Community and Wellness Center is home to us, Family Service Association, and Youth Build Fall River. We have begun capital improvements to expand our building to house more partners and create a gymnasium to bring our programming back inside our walls. Please visit gfrrec.org to learn more about us and make a donation to our efforts in building a one-stop community center for all. As always, we believe in one community, one future.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
to Inside Recreation. My name's Anne-Marie Holly, and I'm the host of Inside Recreation, as well as the program director at Greater Fall River Recreation. We're here with a couple of our outreach workers from both the Safe and Successful Youth Initiative and the Shannon Community Safety Initiative. They work as part of our youth outreach program, and I'm very happy to introduce both Mr. Joe Jorge and Mr. Alex Pina. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
We're so excited you could be here. So can you tell us how long that you guys have been staff members at Recreation?
I'm going pretty much a little bit over a year now.
Great.
And I'm roughly hitting a year.
Okay, great. So pretty new to the initiative, but have definitely already made a difference. I know that. But can you tell us a little bit about your work as outreach workers and case managers for the programs and what you guys have to do and what it entails?
Okay, yes. What our goal is, we try to get these kids out of the streets, kids that I'm with the Shannon program, just to elaborate. My goal is to get these kids out of the streets and connected to services like employment. They need mental health counseling. We have Solid Ground, which is our partnership. We also have the City Rec provides us with the high-set GED programs that these kids can obtain if they end up getting kicked out of school or dropped out. And which is really, really helpful for these kids to get back into the school system.
Great.
So it's pretty much the same offers that we provide for the 18 to 24 males. So we're providing them with all situations where we're trying to improve them, help them get back to society and trying to transform their lives to a better situation than they're used to having. So we're trying to build them skills and, like you said, give them education, get them employment, counseling. So just trying to make them better than what they're used to.
Great. And Alex, I know that as far as the Shannon program goes as well, your part of it is also connecting them to some pro-social activities. So we have partnerships with the Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA and getting them involved there, as well as, after-school sports and things like that as well, right?
Yeah, correct. What we do is we connect them to the YMCA. The YMCA is helpful because they provide employment services as well.
Oh.
And the Boys and Girls Club also provides employment for these individuals. The Boys and Girls Club goes a little far in helping these kids. They provide memberships, and it's free of charge for the kids, which is really nice because most of these kids are coming from low-income families, which is really, really helpful for these families that are in need.
Great. So can you tell me a little bit about the outreach part of it? Where are you guys going to, recruit these young people to be members of our program, or after they're referred, do you go to their homes or to parks or?
So we have a bunch of ways that we get referrals or they come into the program or we go out looking. One is with the Fall River PD. They assist us to the management, and the management sends us a list down. And then from there, we contact the individuals to see if they're interested, or we can get them to buy into our program. Another is through Youth Connections. They refer us to them. And a big one is just through word of mouth, through friends and participants that are in the program. They tell their friends that maybe want change in their life, and they come in, and then we do an intake and referral for them. And that's how we continue to improve on the program and bring new bodies in and move bodies out.
Great. What about you? Are you the same?
Yeah, the same thing. Big thing is word of mouth. These kids, they hang around with the same population of friends, so they tell each other, hey, if you need some help, they provide employment services for the summer just when we're out of school. And they know, some of these kids want change, and we know we can't change everybody because that ain't how the world works, but the few that want to get change, we're there to help them and guide them through this tough life that they face.
Great. So what do you enjoy about being an outreach worker and case manager?
What I enjoy everything about it, honestly. Even if I save one kid, that's all I really care about. Knowing that I made a difference in one kid's life, it'll take me a long way, and just that alone, that's the satisfaction that I need to keep going and keep grinding for these guys, because most of these guys don't have a father figure. Most of these guys have a broken home. They see a lot of mitigating factors that involve these kids in their lifetime, and I want to be that person that they talk to and they say, hey, I need some help, I need some way, I need some guidance from you, because you've been through that lifestyle and you know how it is. So me, as a person that lived through that life and seen a lot of things, I'm clear-minded, and I know the path that they got to take and the decisions that they have to do in order to get out of that struggle.
Great. What about you, Joe?
Me, I enjoy the interaction with them, trying to build up their skills and build their social skills up. and just reinforcing them that, listen, if you have a dream, you can do it. Continue believing in yourself. Continue just pushing forward, moving, no matter how many negative situations. And the biggest thing, I enjoy hearing their stories, and then I share my story with them. And then the most successful situation is when they accomplish something. They were like, I didn't think I could do it. And I was like, I told you you could do it. Just got to
Right.
push forward.
Yeah, I think a lot of what goes into being an outreach worker and a case manager, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is just empowering these young people and letting them know that they, can be a leader in their community, can be a role model in their community, and that's all based on the decisions and choices that they make in their lives. But I think building a lot of self-esteem and self-confidence for them to feel empowered enough to make those right decisions.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And like you mentioned earlier, this one kid that we have a success story, well, we have a couple, but this one kid just got his GED, and now he's looking for ways to improve his lifestyle. He's been working a little bit on minimum wage. Now he's trying to get into some trades now. Now he wants to use his hand skills. He wants to do carpentry. He wants to do painting. Just that open mind that he has now that he has his GED that we provided for him, it just helps. It helps others to see that, okay, he did it, now maybe we can possibly do it. Now he wants to possibly go to BCC as well. It's like all these opportunities that he wants to achieve, now he has the opportunity and the drive now that he always lacked, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now all of these doors are opening just
Exact.
from receiving his high set.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So what do you think are some of the challenges that you see that the youth in Fall River face on a daily basis, and how does this program help?
It's definitely trying to get these guys to buy into a new lifestyle, a situation of thinking, being, talking. Definitely when they come from the streets, they definitely have a raw attitude, mindset. So trying to form them and be like, hey, listen, this is how things have to be. This is how things are conducted here. No swearing, situations like that. It's challenging, but it is also very rewarding when you start seeing them grow and change as an individual, and they start buying into the program. The biggest thing is trying to get them to buy in, because you have to understand these kids come from a situation where they've been let down so many times. So trying to get them to focus and buy in and believe in themselves is very challenging. But when it happens, it's very rewarding.
Yeah, the environment is a very key factor into these kids. They see a lot of things that the average person doesn't. In Fall River alone, I grew up here basically my whole life. I grew up around the 5th Street area, which is a lot of drugs and violence. Being able to separate myself from that stuff was a key factor in getting involved in sports and staying away from that type of environment. The environment is a struggle to get out of, but with our guidance that we're able to provide for these kids and being genuine to these guys, they can see that, okay, they made it, they can do it, I can too, so let's go. Let's make the change.
So do you guys feel like you have made some really great connections with the young people?
I believe so.
Absolutely.
Great. Awesome. Well, do you guys have anything else that you'd like to say about the programs or add that? Do you feel like maybe the new Greater Fall River Recreation Community and Wellness Center at 45 Rock Street has kind of become a safe place for these young men and women to go and rely on the adults there and kind of have a safe place?
Yeah, you can say that. These kids are missing an essential element. Activities like in sports, we do provide some services on Fridays where I have the open gym that CD Rec provides at the church, which is open gym for our participants. Something that engages these guys in a whole for the public would be nice. Just a basketball gym for these guys to just go 24 hours a day, something nice like that, so they can just get out of their environment and just take the distractions out on the basketball court or on the football field, wherever it is.
Right.
I believe that for the people that do know about our services, they use it very well, and they try to take advantage of the whole situation that we provide for them. I think there's a lot of people in the city that are not aware of us, and I think that's the struggle that we face, is trying to get everyone to know that there is a helping hand out here in Fall River, and that, if you do need help, we are here. So the challenge is trying to put the word of mouth out there, where the advertising and through the use and through us, and pretty much just making sure that they're aware of help is around the corner.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. I definitely appreciate it. And if you have a young person in your life that you think might benefit from our youth outreach program, we would love for you to refer them to us, and we can go through some steps with them and see if they're eligible to be a part of the youth outreach program. All of our information is at the end of the show, so definitely feel free to call or email or visit our website or stop by our location, and we'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Inside Recreation. I'm Anne Marie Holly, and I will see you next time.